And when I went to get my license, Matt,
Yeah.
you wouldn't believe what happened.
Tell me.
So I go to write the test to become a realtor. They don't teach anything about construction. They don't teach anything about homes.
That's crazy. 'Cause I would think that the realtor would have some understanding of construction. That'll be good.
Yeah. So I guess, we'll dive into a bunch of topics like Matt said of real estate. I'm a realtor. Matt, my name's Nick, by the way, and I'm a realtor, and I flip homes, and I've been around construction. I started in the construction world and went into the real estate world. They went hand in hand. Matt has always been around construction, but he's also just a leader and team builder, manager. So he's on now as our project manager, and we are working hand in hand here. So, we have the realtor side of things, like Matt was saying, the construction, design, project management side of things, and investment real estate, flipping houses, rental properties, and those all go hand in hand, like Matt was saying. But before we really dive into that, we were just going to try and talk today, give more of an introduction of ourselves and who we are, and what the heck a clean cut is.
What is a clean cut?
Yeah.
That's something I'm still wondering. So I'm excited to ask you that question, because Nick has come up with that name and that idea, and so that will be great to dive into. But why don't we dive into more about who you are, Nick, a little bit?
A bit about me. I've been flipping homes for 10 years, something like that.
And that's what and I think just explain to our viewers, that's how you started. Was actually no.
I started in the landscape world. I grew up on a potato farm. That's an interesting fact.
Yes.
Ate potatoes every day growing up. People ask me that. It's like, yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. We had a lot of potatoes. That's good, though, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot of potatoes. A lot of potatoes.
Yeah, so I grew up on the potato farm, worked hard on the farm growing up, got into doing landscaping, building dirt bike jumps, being in the Bobcat. And that led to me starting a landscaping company. Yeah. Landscaping was kind of a passion, still is a passion of mine. I really have I like the creative side of things. Oh no, there goes our jazz. I need to find some new jazz. Warm November.
Warm November.
When we were kids, Superman was our hero.
Got a YouTube ad first.
Oh my goodness. Dang.
There we go.
Here we go.
Back to it. So grew up on the farm, worked with my grandpa and my dad, and was in the Bobcat, gone to landscaping, loved that. Went to Nate for landscape architecture, played volleyball there. Started a landscaping company called Cleancut Landscaping.
Well, what the heck is a clean cut?
We'll get into that.
That's coming up.
And so was running a business that in the summer and the spring, and then in the fall I just
worked on the
hated
farm.
the snow. I did do a little work on the farm.
A little harvest.
Oh man, harvest work.
We might need to bring the podcast to the farm.
Like a live,
that'd be amazing.
Picking potatoes with our pod mic.
That'd be amazing.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, maybe one day.
Yeah.
So from there, so then in the winter months, I got into some sales jobs. I wanted to know sales. Always been pretty entrepreneurial. Worked at Future Shop for a bit. What's that called? The Ask an Expert. Do you remember in the flyers where it'd be like, ask an expert?
And were you an expert?
They featured me on Ask an Expert.
That is awesome.
And they're like, Nick, talk about...
Actually, I do remember that. Because that was on the flyer, wasn't it?
Something about that. Yeah, it was in the flyer.
Yeah, that was
like, ask an expert. Question, what bit rate something on your TV? And I was like, I don't know. HDMI cords. And then they closed after that. They did. They went bankrupt or something. So there's no Future Shop ever since I was Ask an Expert.
Oh, man. That's awesome.
So, yeah, did some sales jobs. Went on to actually purchasing a home and renting out the rooms to my friends. And then I landscaped the house and wanted to finish the basement. So I learned a bit of construction stuff. And then I worked with a company who was flipping homes and then got into the construction side. So then we had Cleancut Renovation, which led to getting a real estate license in Cleancut Real Estate.
Nice.
But we'll go on to that later. But yeah, so then throughout that time, I was always landscaping homes, renovating homes, buying homes, flipping homes, renting homes.
Yeah.
That was just my life. I was living in I'd rip apart houses and I'd live under the stairs. Like I got a blow up mattress from Canadian Tire.
Oh my goodness.
I don't even know if my parents know this, but yeah, I was like living, it was just like drywall dust around me. And I'd wake up, like my pillow was like an old pair of jeans. And I'd just wake up and it's drywall dust. Like I'd blow my nose and just be drywall dust coming down.
And then you just put your pants on and you're off to the work site.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So, and then I would, renovate the home. It'd finally be done. I'd be like happy with the house and then I'd sell it.
So how many homes do you think you have renovated?
That I've lived in?
Yeah.
In 1 year, I lived in 2 years, I lived in 6 different houses.
Oh, man.
Like moving, renovating.
Wow.
Buying, selling. But then, once you can do that when you're like a single guy.
I guess.
But you're like...
It's a little hard to move a family.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
So then I met my wife and she was like...
No more of that?
Let's just live in a decent
You
house.
I do too.
So that's a bit about me.
That sounds good.
Do you have any more questions or?
I think that's pretty good for now.
Okay. And so who are you?
Well, my name is Matt Walker.
Oh.
And I have two sons and an amazing wife, your sister.
She's pretty awesome.
So, that's a little bit about who I am. Also, this is something really new for me is in project managing. There are for sure some carryovers from my previous position, which was I have my background is in church ministry. The thing I loved about ministry was just like the team building I was able to do and create teams around people and support people in that way. I really enjoy seeing people come together and care for each other. And so I'm excited about doing something like that with Cleancut.
And that's why I wanted to work with you because you care about people.
Mm-hmm.
You're very detail oriented.
Try.
You're organized.
I try.
And you just want to give that A-class service.
Well, that's what I want.
Well, and you love construction.
I do like construction a lot. I'm learning lots. That's something I really enjoyed in the last little while.
And you love me.
And I do love you.
Wow.
I do.
This is a moment.
It is.
Should we hold hands?
Not right now.
Okay.
But it's a little bit about me. Well, why don't we kind of dive into our last question and then we'll kind of maybe wrap up a bit. But what is a clean cut?
The heck is a clean cut?
What the heck is a clean cut?
That's a good question.
Yes.
I guess we were talking about it before, but it goes back to when I was 18 years old or 17 years old. So I'm going to school for landscape architecture, kind of have this entrepreneurial spirit in my family. I knew I wanted to run my own business. I worked for landscape companies. I worked for renovation companies, but I wanted to start this landscape company. And I think I was showering and I hear a knock at the door.
And it was your mom.
My mom. Can I have a minute, please? She's like, no, I have a name for your business.
No way.
I thought of the best name. What is it?
And she wrote it on the shower door?
No, she's not in the bathroom.
Oh, okay, sorry.
The door's locked. She's not watching me shower.
Okay. I thought she broke in and just wrote it on the window.
No.
Okay.
So she knocks politely and I'm like, what?
Okay.
Because I'm
a
rude teenager. And she says, I thought of the best name, Cleancut. Cleancut Landscaping. And I was like, whatever.
And you went back to shampoo your hair.
No, I was done my shower mat. Like, I'm not in the shower. I'm covered up.
Okay.
So anyways, that I was like, yeah, sounds great. Didn't think too much of it. So thanks, Mom. She thought of that, and I just went with it. Sure, going to have this landscaping company, do some maintenance. It just fit well with you're cutting grass, you're doing patio stone. It's clean cut. Looking good, respectable, like
clean cut.
Yeah. Oh, you're getting a call from San Antonio. I don't think that one's real.
No, I'll probably have to decline that one.
So then, so then from there, it went on to when I met my business partner at the time, Sack Van. He knows everything about construction because I was still trying to learn construction side, but I knew the business side. I kind of had a vision of where I wanted to go, buying houses, whatever, doing rental projects. And when I met this guy named Zach, he was just like Mr. Construction. So I was like, we need to work together. Yeah. Let's do this. Start a business. So I was like, what's our business name going to be? And he's like, well, why not Clean Cut? That works for renos too.
That's great.
I'm like, yeah. Clean cut. When you're cutting the saw, you're organized. It's meticulous. It's straightforward. It's clean cut. It just made sense then. And then when I got my real estate license, construction and real estate just went hand in hand. I've always felt like there's been this gap in the realtor sector.
Yes.
That there's tradespeople, so construction guys. There's general contractors who manage that process, and then there's realtors. But they're all disconnected in a way.
Yes,
they know each other. I can refer you to you, but they're disconnected. I just feel like there had to be this cohesion, collaboration. There had to be those things had to go hand in hand. So that's where Cleancut Real Estate, that's where we're at today, is that when I was landscaping, renovating, and then got into, like, the next step just made sense for me to go get my real estate license because I was playing that game every day. Like, I was looking for new houses to buy. I wanted to figure out how to sell them, what spec I needed to renovate it to sell it, what are renters looking for, what do buyers need to see. I was in the space of buying and selling real estate. So it made sense that, I needed access to the MLS. I needed to have my license. And I got it just for myself, to be honest, just to say, like, I can do this for my own projects. But now it's got to the point where I do want to go help the public. I want to put my name out there, my face out there. Not as like, hey, I drive a whatever Range Rover and I wear a fancy suit and I go, here's the bathroom. Here is the kitchen. This is the fridge. Which I feel like there are realtors out there like that. It drives me nuts, to be honest. And then go, okay, let's negotiate on the price. Hey, but Mr. Realtor Man, can I take out this wall? Is this a load-bearing wall? We'll get an inspection report to find that. Oh, I'll talk to Jimmy, whatever, construction man. Or let's get an engineer in here. I just feel like there's an essential knowledge that has to go hand in hand with real estate, this construction again. And when I went to get my license, Matt, you wouldn't believe what happened.
Tell me.
So I go to write the test to become a realtor. They don't teach anything about construction. They don't teach anything about homes.
That's crazy. 'Cause I would think that the realtor would have some understanding of construction.
Well, I think that's what a lot of people think.
So I think it's interesting as you're talking about this because this might be even something we talk further about. But I think there is a misconnection with some of the when we go out and get a realtor, the realty side and the construction side that's so important to you isn't actually there for the majority of the realtors. I think don't have that, and so I think that's really unique that you have that, and we have expertise in that area if we need to follow up, in that area. So that might be something we even dive in a little bit more later.
Well, and I don't want to come across saying like every realtor's like
No,
stupid,
I don't think so either. Yeah.
or you know they're doing it wrong, or I know everything. It's not that. I'm just let down, disappointed that in this course of becoming a realtor,
there was nothing,
or just the deals that I've done recently. Realtors who are good realtors who know how to negotiate, and they find houses and property values and whatever else. And then I sell them a house, and they're like, "What permits? Like, what kind of permits are needed on this project?"
Totally.
Yeah, this load bearing wall, I don't know. Asbestos, I don't know. The poly B lines, I'm not sure what that is. Aluminum wiring, we'll leave that to the inspector. Again, not everyone's like that, but it just seems like in the industry, there's
probably more.
It's not a common practice, or like something that you have to follow to learn that, to become a
realtor.
Yeah. So,
no, I think that'd be.
Did I go totally off topic there?
A little bit, but I think that might be, like I said, a topic we even talk about down the future, of more about why that's so important to you, but even to explain a little bit more of that idea of how the realty and the construction are so important as you buy a home. And I think it's really good.
I'll try and summarize that again. But basically what we want to do as Cleancut Real Estate is offer a realtor service, offer a design and general contracting and construction service to people, but then combine that in a sense of that I would say like 8 out of the 10 last deals that I've done.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say like 80% of the deals that I've witnessed are that people don't buy this perfect home. That they're like, hey, let's go buy a house, or let me sell my house. And then they're finding this perfect house that they move into. They're always changing something. That's what I'm seeing, that someone moves in, even if it's just, I just want to change out the flooring and I want to paint. Sometimes it's, I want to take out this one wall and open it up. I want to renovate the kitchen, or I want to add a suite to this house. Then like a standard realtor alone, their interest is for you to buy a property. That's solely where their interest is totally. That Matt, let's go look at some homes, and I'm going to get you home. Like, I got to get paid somehow, and it's for you to buy a house. So I'm going to talk you in to buying a house, where we can come at a different angle and say, here's some more options. And I want to, again, the clean cut, I guess, tying back into clean cut, is that I want to give options for sure. But I want to break it down into very clear, like, this is one route we can go. This is one route we can go. This is one route we can go. And make it crystal clear of like, which option do you want?
No, I think that's really good that you have those options. I think something even being on is just recognizing how it's so much more than just like, it's a realtor just finding a home, which I think that's been really neat to see. Like, you will also go, like you said, go get them a home, but also you'll have other option of how you can add things into their home down the road, or
maybe not buy a home at all.
Or not buy a home,
which we'll probably talk later about your personal experience. But Matt and Aaron were in an area that they loved, but the home didn't fit their family anymore. So to sell that and move and pay the costs of realtors and blah, 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 go find a house that's pretty stressful, we built an addition. We renovated the home and actually made the home bigger to fit your needs, which is, I just think it's a cool option, instead of a realtor coming in to just say, here's your option. We'll sell your house. We'll go find this type of home. And then, your kids don't get to go to this school anymore. Like, that's just a part of life. Like, we're actually trying to allow you to give you more options. So that's on the buying side, but then also on the selling side, like, we're flipping houses all the time. We're investing in real estate. Like, we play this game of real estate. So we can also offer to buy your home cash. We have a separate entity set aside to go and buy homes cash. So sometimes most of the time people want the most money for the house. Some people just need an out or want to move on or whatever. So we can buy your house, we can sell your house, we can work with renovating a house or buying something and then renovating it. So that's kind of the four options there.
Oh, or even like you mentioned too, like we can go in and do renovations, but also we can make that secondary suite that they can bring some more income into their home, for other endeavors they want to do. So lots of different options.
And we can be held accountable. In the sense of like, if a realtor comes in and they're going to talk in these like, general terms. So, hey, Matt, you want an investment property? Okay, well, we'll go buy this house for whatever, $300,000, and we're going to do $100,000 reno, and the home will be worth $450 after, and then you refinance it and you get rent. Like, it's just very general terms where we can actually come in and be held accountable. So if I sell you a home, Matt, then I'm going to work through that process with you of we're doing these renos. We can give you an exact outline. We can give you a design. Hey, this is what we're actually going to do.
Look like, and
this is what the budget's going to be. This is the timeline that the project's going to overtake. And then when we refinance or sell or whatever we're doing in the end, like we're walking you through that process where it's easy for another realtor to sell you a house and then, oh, the numbers didn't work out. Oh, like, shoot, that construction guy ripped you off. Or like, oh, the prices of lumber. Like they can just kind of blame someone else or not be held accountable for that sale that they put you through in a sense. So I think this just brings up our accountability that like
totally.
If I wouldn't invest in it myself or I wouldn't do construction on the home, well, then I shouldn't be selling you that home in my sense. So
I think it's a great feature of Cleancut is that we'll be there for the whole process. It's not just us passing you off. We're from the beginning right to the end. So that's really,
and that's investment property. So flipping properties, rental properties, but it's also personal property.
Totally.
So just like we were saying about you, we had to do something to fit your family. And for me, my wife wanted to be in a certain area of town. We found that house, but it was totally outdated, and we had to renovate that to fit our lifestyle. It's not just these flip properties or rental properties putting in suites. We do a lot of that too. But so that's kind of it. We have this general encompassment, is that a word, of the real estate and the construction side. So
that's great.
Anyways,
that might be it for us for today, but we will be back.
Will we?
Yeah, we hope that you will be back. And
that would be nice.
And for to come along with us as we explain some of these important focuses that we have within our Cleancut company. And we're excited to see where this goes. And we'll see.
If you have questions, comments, want to reach out to us, the whole point of this is to connect with our community around us. So
our viewers,
set up a Zoom call with us. Come to our office and chat with us. We'll come to your house. We'll take you out for coffee. Matt's a big coffee nerd.
I like a good cup of coffee for sure.
So he knows all the like good spots in town. I do too. McCafe.
And also too, probably a good and simple and easy way to reach out is even on our Instagram. You have to message us that way and connect initially, and then we can kind of connect in other ways, like you mentioned. So, we hope that you'd come back. We will be back. And, have a great shopping Black Friday.